and Cooling, Crown Power and Equipment, Hy-Vee, Andy's Frozen Custard, Elite Roofing and Siding, Miller County Health Center, Danner Roofing and Construction, Dooley Overhead Doors, Camden on the Lake. Osage Indians varsity basketball is on the air on Cool 102.7.
And welcome, everyone, to another presentation of School of the Osage High School Sports. I am Craig Allen alongside Steve Adams, the Mibarian, back in the studio for us, keeping the library up to date. That is Maya for you, as we are here for the final game before the Christmas weekend this upcoming weekend, where Osage is taking on Knob Noster tonight. I don't recall, Steve, a game against Knob Noster in my 7 years of broadcasting. I think this is the first time I've gotten the chance to see them on the court opposite of the Indians.
2011.
That was.
Misha tells me that we lost. No, we beat Knob Noster in the Stover tournament in January of 2011.
So this is a revenge game for them. They have been thinking about this for 12 years to get back at us. But no, Osage coming off a loss on Monday night at the hands of Camdenton. Osage jumping out to a large first quarter lead, had it up to double digits in the first quarter before Camdenton came storming back, took the lead in the third, and did not give it back after that. We talked about how Osage had a tendency to get off to a slow start, Steve, but it was a quick start for the Indians on Monday. They just couldn't quite finish the game out.
But we still have, good start in the first half, but a terrible start in that second half. That third quarter, where we lose that quarter 22-9. And just couldn't recover from that. We actually come back and tie the game at some point in the fourth quarter, but just couldn't get over that hump. There's so many stats here that look good if you could just ignore the overall score. Turnover battle. They had 24 turnovers to our 14. Steals. We had 15 to their 10. We beat them in offensive rebounds. We beat them in second chance points. We beat them points in the paint, points off turnovers, 23-10. All of those things, if you hadn't seen the score, you'd think, hey, Osage got to win that night. But our field goal percentage, 36% to their 47%. And then it was even our three-point percentage. What were we at? 19% to their 40%. So, again, lots of numbers I just threw at you there, but lots of reasons why we should have won that game, but just didn't. Just couldn't get it done from shooting from the field. I'd like to see us bounce back tonight and just shoot better. If we just shoot better, we'll be in this one.
Yeah, it felt like that was just kind of the one thing working against the Indians on Monday night. The good looks were there, just couldn't quite get them to fall. And, Jackson Basham, who Denny Benny said during the Camdenton broadcast, his season high coming into Monday night was 6. He winds up with 22 against us, hitting 4 or 5 threes in a row out near the volleyball line in half court. It was just an incredible display of shooting from him, and that's really what led the Lakers to the win. You and I talked after the game, after it went off the air, and I kind of said, I think if we play these guys 10 more times, I think the result goes in our favor more times than not. It was just one of those nights. That's the type of game that the Indians have to learn how to win, but more so, Steve, that's the type of game that this Indian team has to learn to bounce back from, and that's what makes this game tonight so important. Knob Noster looks like, on paper, a pretty decent team. They played Versailles a little closer than we did when we met them in the Norm Stewart Classic. They played them just more recently. It was still a double-digit loss, but it seemed like it was a closer game throughout, with Versailles putting them away down the stretch. So we know that they're a talented team because Versailles is a super talented team. We got a chance to see them, so we know Knob Noster hung with them. They're probably a pretty good team. That's really all we have anything to go off of. So it's going to be interesting tonight. You're playing a team. You've probably watched a little video on them, but you're not really sure what's going to happen here, and we're not sure what's going to happen here. But I'm just hopeful that the Indians can bounce back tonight. That's my big takeaway.
Well, they tell you Knob Noster took a trip to be here. What do you think? A 2+ hour trip to get here? What do you?
Yeah, no.
I
think Warrensburg's an hour and a half. I went to school in Central Missouri. 8 years. Didn't get my doctorate, but I went there for about 8 years. That's about an hour and a half. So I'd say Knob Noster is probably right around like an hour and 10 minutes or so.
So Knob Noster's on this side? Okay.
Yeah, it's
I thought it was on this side.
It's still a jaunt, but yeah, quite a trip, and probably their last game before the Christmas weekend as well. So we'll see how it goes here. We're going to take a quick break, do the national anthem, then we'll come back with starting lineups and the opening tip. It is the Winter Shelton Real Estate pregame show here on Cool 102.7 Sports.
Looking to celebrate New Year's Eve at the beautiful Lake of the Ozarks? Well, head to the newly renovated Camden on the Lake Resort and Spa and ring in 2024. Dine on a 4-course meal and party with the band 5 turn 9. And then take the elevator home. When the clock strikes midnight, select from one of 4 exclusive package options and stay where the party is. To book your Camden on the Lake New Year's getaway, call 573-365-5620 or visit CamdenOnTheLake.com.
Don't settle for an average rate. Earn 11 times the national average and make the most of your money with a high-yield savings account at First Bank of the Lake. Earn 5.25% APY with a $2,500 minimum opening deposit. Don't wait. Maximize your savings today. Call, come by, or open your high-yield savings account online today. Find out what it's like to work with a bank that puts you first. Member FDIC. APY means annual percentage yield. See bank for details.
Life comes at you fast, sometimes too fast. Should have remembered the golden rule. No, not that one. Golden Rule Insurance. Call them for personal lines of insurance for home, auto, life, boat, and RV. And the best part is, when you bundle, you can save actual money. Golden Rule staff are educated and trained to ensure their customers have the very best service. Find personal lines of insurance that work for you. You can find them on Osage Beach Parkway in Osage Beach. Golden Rule Insurance Agency. Coverage you need, people you trust.
A full-service graphics company, Wright Printing and Promotional Advertising does it all, from screen printing, offset printing, and promotional advertising to custom-built trophies and awards. It's where they do it the right way. Check out their Facebook page for their monthly special, and don't forget they offer online stores for all your group and activities needs. Wright Printing and Promotional Advertising, across from the Family Center on Highway 52 East in Versailles. Call 573-378-5775.
Back here at School of the Osage High School alongside Steve Adams. Maya back in the studio for us. Starting lineups being introduced first for the visiting Knob Noster Panthers. A guard senior, Josh Hagel. Sam Livingston, junior guard. Carson Zimmerscheid. I didn't hear what the announcer said. Special announcer tonight, Lee Baker gone. Gonna have to go down there and get some pronunciation on that. Brody Gentry and Lucas Martin starting for the Panthers tonight.
Starting for the Indians, lights going out, spotlight on.
Why are they pointing it at you?
Well,
It's very weird because you can't see the program probably.
Starting lineup going to be a little bit different here as we notice that Landon Childs is not in the lineup at all tonight. Maybe a little family travel, Christmas vacation kind of thing. So we got number 5, Maverick Trusty, who has, been in the starting lineup all this year. We got Dane DePay, of course, starting. We got Noah Northrup, who's started every game so far this year. Blake Harrison, who got his first start of the year last game, I think.
No.
Or has it been 2 games?
Yeah, I guess it was Monday night.
And then Andrew Gruce back in the starting lineup tonight.
So it's Gruce, Harrison, Trusty, DePay, and Northrup starting for the Indians tonight. No Childs.
Lights back on. That's helpful.
Yeah, it is easier to call the game with the lights on. Thank you, Captain. I'm kidding. Opening tip. And we are underway. The Panthers will start with the basketball. And working the baseline and kicking it back inside, knocked away, and a foul in the first 10 seconds of the game on the Indians. As Brody Gentry was coming through the lane, and I think DePay is going to be called for that one, catching him on the arm. Yeah, they're going to say it was a shooting foul, too, as he was apparently going up in a shooting motion. Like this, Steve.
It's good radio.
Yeah, you're welcome. Point that camera over here on MoSportsZone.com. Again, we are live on MoSportsZone.com tonight. Live here in the first quarter, brought to you by Andy's Frozen Custard Pizza Windows.
Somebody's confused.
Second free throw, no good, but Sam Livingston comes up with the offensive rebound for the Panthers. Only one down there in Osage. This is the Osage we're used to seeing, Steve. A little sluggish coming out here in the first quarter so far, but there's Harrison knocking the ball away.
He heard you say sluggish. He's like, don't you be saying I'm sluggish.
I didn't say he was sluggish.
It's just all of them?
Okay, now you're just putting words in my mouth. Baseline inbound for the Panthers. Swung around on the wing. This is Hagel. Into the lane. Kicks it out in the corner. Three-pointer up. Rims off. No good. Weak side rebound down to Knob Noster. Osage yet to have their first possession, almost a minute into this game. Three-pointer on the wing up, back iron, no good. Fight for the board. Gruce knocks it away. Trusty tries to save it, but was on the inline. It'll be out of bounds and a baseline inbound coming up for the Panthers.
So we didn't know, that Landon Childs wasn't going to be here tonight. I suppose if we'd paid attention to the warm-ups, we could have picked that up a little earlier. But
I saw it. I just didn't say anything.
I'm really interested to see how that's going to affect our effort here tonight. He just brings so much energy and activity defensively and on the boards. Who's going to fill that gap?
Another missed shot, and then off of Andrew Gruce's hands, out of bounds. So it stays with the Panthers, and Osage doing okay on defense here so far in the first set of possessions, just have yet to get the basketball back. Another three-pointer up on the wing, no good, and Harrison finally clears it for the Indians, gives it over to Trusty. He'll bring it up, finds DePay. Now back to Maverick. Osage will reset their offense here as we are early on in the first. Trusty working down towards the baseline, picks up his dribble, has Gruce underneath the basket, tries the bounce pass, but quick recovery from Gentry, knocking it away, out of bounds, baseline inbound coming up for the Indians.
Great thought, great vision by Trusty there, just a little late.
Off the inbound, going into Gruce, and he's surrounded by three Panthers. Lost a handle on it and then fell over trying to regain himself, and I think he's going to be called for the foul there. That's a tough call.
How often do you see a player do that, where they have a turnover and they're trying to just make up for that and pick up the foul just like that?
I've seen it 7 times. Full court inbound coming up for the Panthers. Indians with the full court defense.
7 times in what particular time frame?
The last 3 weeks. And 5 years.
Just your mind is amazing.
Steel trap,
to me.
dude. It's a steel trap.
It's steel.
Trying to throw a backdoor cut, but nobody cut there. So turnover, back to the Indians. Harrison just throws it away. It's stolen by Martin. He wants to come back the other way, but it's knocked away by DePay. Harrison tries to save it, comes back into Dane. Now he finds Trusty on the wing. Trusty, nice pump fake, and then got clipped pretty bad by Carson Zimmerscheid.
Trusty trying to get the quick, tried to pull the trigger on the shot there to get put it at the line there, but not a shooting foul. Going to call it on the floor.
Substitute in-game announcer tonight calls it Carson Zimmerscheid, and I believe her. Off the inbound, goes to Octane. His three-pointer is up and good. So Northrop puts the Indians in front, 3-1 here. I'm not sure what happened there.
Whistle blowing. Substitution on the floor. Just didn't look like maybe.
What is happening?
Just a little confusion here between the officials and the scores table.
And the announcers. It's like Northrop made the three, and then Nob Noster looked at the referees, and then the referee blew the whistle and then allowed a substitution. Make it make sense, Steve. You can't.
I cannot.
You can't. All right, full court pressure here from the Indians after the made three puts them up. First 2 minutes of the first quarter here. 3-1. There was probably a perfectly rational explanation for what just happened, and we just didn't know it.
They don't tell us things.
They don't tell us anything.
And we're really far away.
They should say it louder. This is Ethan Gentry. He just checked in. It was actually almost a full mass substitution for the Panthers. DePay going to pick up his second foul, trying to deny that entry pass. And that was a little cotton candy foul, Steve. That was pretty soft. And referees bailing the Panthers out and calling a second foul on DePay here early on in the first. And Coach Engelbrecht going to keep him out there. We'll see what happens here.
Well, DePay with 2 fouls, and I feel like the magnitude of that is a little more significant given Child's absence.
No Childs tonight, yeah. Good pass into the lane, and now Harrison going to be called for the foul, reaching in, trying to knock that one away. And for as much as the referees let stuff go on Monday night, they seem to be calling this one pretty tight so far here tonight, Steve.
Apparently a different crew.
They didn't bring the same one?
No, I guess not.
Another three-pointer up, no good. Front iron, rebound down to Harrison. He gives it over to Maverick. Maverick walks it up, now gives it over to DePay. Back to Mav. And Osage will reset here. Harrison with it up top. Rotations around the perimeter. Goes inside to Gruce. Gruce, spin shot up and good. And he's a player that could really benefit tonight, playing the two bigs in the lineup with Harrison and Gruce. Working the high-low game there. Gruce gets it on the block, turns and puts it in. Nice job by him. Puts Osage up by 4 here in the first. This was Martin with it up top, picked up by Northrup. Now out on the perimeter. Into the lane, picking up their dribble. Back out once again. Martin's three is up and good. And that's about the fifth three Martin has taken, and he finally gets one to fall, brings it back down to a 1-point game, 5-4.
Good ball movement by the Panthers there, working it in, working it out. Left the three open, and he takes advantage of the opportunity. Sorry to cut you off there.
No, you're fine. Northrup has it near the baseline. Picks up his dribble, looking for help. Ball's going to be swung around. Northrup down on the block now. Back out to Maverick. Maverick working the baseline. Gives it back out to Northrup. He gets a step on his man. Out to Gruce on the perimeter. Three-pointer up from him. Rims around, doesn't fall. Rebound tipped and comes down to the Panthers. That's Ethan Gentry. And now he gives it over to Martin, who just hit the triple on the last possession. Halfway through the first. Ball goes out into the corner. This is Keyshawn Calloway that has it. Now into the lane. Looking for something. Scoop shot up off the rim. No good. Rebound tipped by Harrison. Northrup comes up with it. He'll bring it up the floor, pick up his dribble, looks for help, finds Harrison up top. Harrison swung around to Trusty. Trusty inside to Gruce. Gruce working at 12 feet, kicks it out to Octane. His three-pointer is up and good.
Beautiful.
Good inside-out game. Gruce finding the open shooter, and Noah Northrup hits his second three of the first here to make it a 4-point game once again.
8-4 with 3:35. We got Osage substitutions, a couple of them ready to come in here. About the 4-minute mark here was when Coach sent them. Jackson Long, Gavin Black wanting to get in the action.
Gentry has it up top, picked up by Trusty. Now hands it off to Martin. He's got Northrup in front of him. Gets into the lane, tries to shoot, going left with the right hand, can't get it to fall. Northrup with the rebound. Kicks it up ahead to Harrison. Harrison fakes the pass to DePay and goes into the lane for the finger roll layup.
Do you just feel like getting the start here this week is just kind of giving him a boost of confidence?
Now Martin might have shuffled his feet, no call. Instead gives it back up top to Freitas. Freitas hands it off to Ethan Gentry, and Gentry gets called for the travel up top. Connor Long and Gavin Black check in.
Man, just substitutions all across the board for both teams.
Jackson Long.
Jackson Long.
Yeah, not Connor.
Not Connor.
I don't know where I got that from.
Blake Harrison going to have a seat. No, Northrup having a seat. Dane DePay having a seat.
Harrison was just throwing it in front of him.
I'm sorry. My mistake.
This guy.
He did go towards the bench. He just didn't sit down.
That's true. Trying to go inside to Gruce. That pass tip knocked out of bounds off Knob. Noster stays here with the Indians. Baseline inbound coming up for Osage. 2:43 left to go here in the first. Brought to you by Andy's Frozen Custard. It is 10-4. Indians in front. Trusty trying to go out to Long. That inbounds pass tipped. Knocked away. It'll stay here with Osage. Another baseline inbound coming up.
Oh, man.
Now Long will get it out near the volleyball line. He'll put the three
just a
up.
little short.
Front iron, no good. Long rebound comes out to the Panthers. That ball is handed off to Livingston. Now around to Zimmershed with it. Working on Trusty. Ball knocked away by Long, and Black comes up with the steal. Now he gives it up ahead to Harrison. Harrison has it past half court. Kicks it out in the lane, kicks it out to the three-point line, but he's hit on the arm before doing so. Second team foul on the Panthers. 2:23 left to go here in the first. 4 team fouls right now on the Indians. Next foul will be free throws for Knob Noster.
Blake Harrison just seems to be like, it's just a bigger part of the offense tonight, handling the ball a lot more. Typically it seems like his offensive opportunities come from rebounds and putbacks, but he's part of all the action tonight.
This 2-3 zone off the inbounds by Knob Noster. Osage looking to attack that. Long will get it in the corner. He'll put the three up. Back iron, no good. Long rebound tracked down by Livingston. He's got Trusty back behind the defense and just goes past him for the layup.
10-6 in favor of the Indians. Just about 2 minutes left in this first period.
Trusty will bring it up past half court, gives it over to Long. Long back over to Trusty. Now back over to Long. Trying to go inside to Gruce. That pass tip. Gruce comes up with it. Now trying to go back inside. That pass is tipped. Trusty has it. Goes out to Gavin Black in the corner. His three-pointer is up. Back iron, no good. Weak side rebound coming down to Tyler Zink. He'll give it over to Hagel. Hagel will walk it up, picked up by Long. Right to left. Beautiful no-look pass, but Brody Gentry wasn't quite expecting it. Off his fingertips, out of bounds. Keeps the lead at 4. 10-6, 1:34 left to go here in the first.
Both teams off to a little bit of a slow start. Osage's start feels a little bit better just because they got the 4-point lead.
Beautiful pass there from Trusty from half court to Andrew Gruce down on the block, and Gruce finishes at the rim. Now coming back the other way, Livingston trying to draw contact. Layup up, no good. Fight for the board. Gruce comes down with it, and he's fouled off the rebound.
Gruce playing big tonight. He's had a good first quarter here. Coming off the bench, getting the start tonight and playing big.
Harrison will take a seat as Noah Northup will check back in. 12-6 here early on in the first, 1:16 left to go. Northup has it at half court. Now here comes the trap, gets it back to Trusty. Trusty back over to Northup. Looking for help. Trying to go over to Long. That pass tipped and stolen by the Panthers, though. They're just applying. They're just waiting for the Indians to get the ball right at half court, and then they're bringing the trap. And Osage kind of doing them a favor, Steve, by having the ball come across half court out of bounds. You want to get that ball towards the middle of the floor. Yeah, you either want to do something like that, where you just have your ball handler bring it up like Trusty just did right there, or you want to get it in the middle of the floor and attack that trap zone like that. You definitely don't want to bring the ball across the timeline at half court near out of bounds like they've done a couple times.
We saw the Mountaineers who played the girls the other night make that same mistake against Our Lady Indians over and over again.
Trusty almost lost it out on the perimeter. Instead gets it out to Northup. Northup back to Trusty, wide open for the three. Long three up and good.
Beautiful. 15-6 here.
Trusty's first three of the night goes in. You love to see that continue. Makes the lead 9, 15-6. Half a minute left to go here in the first. Livingston attacking Long. They're going to count the basket. Long's going to be called for the foul, and it'll be one free throw coming up. Livingston, credit where it's due for Knob Noster, doing a good job of creating the contact between he and Long right there, almost jumping more into Long than towards the basket. Long just trying to play defense, gets called for the foul. Livingston hits the layup, and he's at the line for one more.
It's Long's first foul of the night. 5 team fouls for the Indians.
Free throw no good. Rebound tipped around. Northup comes up with it. Now he wants to move quickly down the floor. Attacks the basket. There's a pump fake. Up top, Long, wide open. Three-pointer up. Rims around. Doesn't go. Gruce fights for the rebound. Back up. Cannot get it to go, though. Rebound tipped out, and Hagel comes up with it for the Panthers. A great second chance look there from Gruce. Just could not get it to fall. Hagel out on the wing. This is Livingston. Picked up by Gruce. Now back up top. Under 5 seconds to go. Hagel into the lane. Attacking the basket. Gets a shot on the rim. Can't fall. Time expires. Osage will take a 7-point lead to the second quarter. 15-8. We'll take a break. Back with the second after this. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
Sold-out crowd at Remax Arena at Lake of the Ozarks, and Winter Shelton's got 5 seconds left to win this deal. Can they pull it off? Inbound passes to Shelton at the top of the key. They try to double-team him. Shelton crosses over the competition with some razzle-dazzle. 2-1. He shoots the game winner, and it's Winter Shelton for the win!
Shelton is crushing it. When buying a home or real estate, put the ball in Winter Shelton's hands for the game winner. Winter Shelton's crushing it, yeah.
Back here at School of the Osage High School. 1 quarter of play in the books, and after 8 minutes, Osage a 7-point lead, 15-8 over Knob Noster.
Hey, I'm really impressed by the Indians coming out after just a tough loss against Camden just a few nights ago, knowing that they're missing Camden Childs. But you wouldn't notice. Great quarter. We had some players step up here. Andrew Gruce having a great quarter, grabbing some big rebounds. Got 4 points, just, getting the putbacks there. Blake Harrison playing big, just, that boost confidence from getting the starting position. Noah Northup getting the big 2 trays there. Seeing some good things from our boys.
Steve, Knob Noster wearing black shorts, black jerseys with orange and light white highlights. Steve, what candy bar are the Knob Noster Panthers?
Oh, I'm just focusing on the orange and kind of ignoring the black.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's the Chick-a-Stick.
Chick-a-Stick?
Chick-a-Stick. Have you
That's
ever?
like a Butterfinger without the chocolate,
That's
right?
what I hear. I remember having the Chick-a-Stick as a kid.
You did, huh?
And I would like, here's a plug. I'd like to have a Chick-a-Stick show up in my stocking here this weekend.
I'd wait for 2024. I don't think you were good enough for it this year.
Oh, what are you, Santa?
My answer is this. Do you remember, do you know those candies that people give out at Halloween, and it's just the orange and black wrap things, and they're completely unmarked?
Yes.
Yeah, what flavor is that? Northup hits the jump shot, makes it a 9-point game. That's my pick. Whatever flavor treat those orange and black wrapped candies
Those are wonderful.
I feel like they're always left over. Like at Halloween, like you go to Walmart and you have like 95% off candy, and it's just that. It's just bags of that. That's my answer.
It's a good answer. Too bad it doesn't have a name.
I'm sure it does.
Score 17-10.
7 minutes left to go here in the second quarter, brought to you by American Sun Control. Beautiful pass from Jackson Long to find Harrison back behind the defense. Harrison pump fakes, gets the defender up and makes the easy basket at the rim. That's been there a few times. We saw Trusty hit Gruce with that pass there. Long hits Harrison for the easy finish. Like to see that. Puts the lead back at 9. Freitas walks. They don't call it. Instead, he kicks it out. That pass tipped, almost knocked away by Long. Now on the wing. This is Martin with it. Spin move, tough shot. Good defense from Northrop, but Martin somehow gets it to fall.
His 5th point of the night. Score 19-12 in favor of the Indians.
Oh. Yeah, and Stokes gets the ball and had a 2-on-1 situation and kind of shuffled his feet before he made his move.
And he knew it, and you can see he's a little frustrated by that. He's just a little too anxious there. He saw the opportunity and wanted it before his feet were ready.
6:21 left to go here in the second. A 7-point lead for the Indians. Knob Noster with the basketball. Our final presentation before the Christmas weekend. Next Saturday night, we'll be in Moberly, Missouri for the Moberly Shootout, where Osage will take on Moberly. And I'm just going to keep saying Moberly in this promo package for it.
Panthers on a little bit of a run here. 19-14. Still the Indians with a 5-point lead.
Cross-court pass. This is Stokes in the corner. Goes up top to DePay. DePay pump fakes, now gets into the lane, takes some contact, three-pointer up in the corner. No good. Rebound knocked around. Ball knocked away by Long, but Blair Oaks right there to pick it up. Freitas has it across half court, now into the corner. Working into the lane is Andrew Collier. He misses it. Rebound comes out to Northrop. 5.5 left to go. Northrop trying to do an underhand pass to Harrison. Ball tip knocked out of bounds. Osage needs to slow down here, Steve.
Yeah, you're not wrong about that, but I do like the ball movement. I like how we're looking for our teammate. We're trying to set up our teammates for the opportunities. We're getting good looks. Try to force it there a little bit in that situation.
Off the inbound, goes into Gruce, and he just goes up and over Lucas Martin for the finish. I like what I saw right there from Gruce. He has looked good here so far early on.
21-14 in favor of the Indians.
Ball goes in the corner. High, arching three-pointer up, no good. Rebound. Hits the deck, and Harrison comes up with it. Now back behind the defense. Octane will pull up. Three-pointer up. Back iron, no good. DePay saves it back in, but saves it back into Knob Noster. A little bit of a heat check there from Northrop. Didn't get that one to go.
Panthers getting ready to sub all 5 here at the 5-minute mark.
Into the lane. Trusty tries to take a charge. Not enough contact for it. Layup is missed, though. Now coming back the other way. DePay into the lane. Out in the corner. Three-pointer up from Gruce. Front iron. No good. Rebound tipped around. Lucas Martin comes up with it for the Panthers. Now Martin will walk it across the timeline. Picks up his dribble. Looking for help. Goes out in the corner to Gentry. Back up top. Swung around. Martin has it out near the volleyball line. Trying to make a move on Northrop. Right to left between his legs. Now kicks it out in the corner. Freitas has it. Back up top to Gentry. Picked up by Gruce. Good defense here from the Indians on this possession so far. 4:20 left to go in the second. A 7-point lead for Osage. Fadeaway jumper up by Martin. No good. DePay down with the rebound, and as he tries to come down the floor, he's fouled by Martin.
Martin just looked like he was just trying to show off his ball handling ability there. Yeah. He's sporting that 23. He's trying to live up to it.
Like the other famous 23s. Name the most famous 23 you know.
There's only one that I care about.
Laurie Markkinen.
The what? Michael Jordan.
Who?
Right?
I have never heard of this person.
Oh,
Is Michael Jordan Elvis's dad? Trusty working the baseline, can't get the floater to go, but gets his own rebound. Tries to go inside to Harrison. Bruce comes up with it. Left-handed push shot. No foul called. And Knob Noster comes down with it. Now coming back the other way. Spin it into the lane, out on the perimeter. Faking the pass. Hagel lost it, knocked away by DePay. Now a pump fake from Zimmershed. His three is up, no good. Rebound comes down to Livingston. Livingston has it, gives it back out to Zimmershed. Zimmershed dribbles underneath the basket, gives it back out to Hagel. Hagel working the baseline. Good defense from Harrison and Gruce. And somehow Hagel goes over the both of them to finish.
Felt like we were just kind of a step behind that whole possession there, just trying to catch up. And finally the Panthers take advantage.
Makes it a 5-point lead for the Indians. DePay working down the sideline. They're going to say he dribbled out of bounds. And Steve, once again, we are crossing half court out near the out of bounds line. It feels like we're doing exactly what Knob Noster wants us to do against this pressure defense.
I'm surprised there wasn't a whistle for a foul there.
There's a lot of
in
contact.
one form or the other, a block or a charge.
The contact actually is what caused the ball to get knocked away from DePay out of bounds.
21-18. In favor of the Indians.
That was Hagel that finishes in the lane now to make it a 3-point game.
Oh.
And another turnover. Coach E probably going to take a timeout here as it's been turnovers the last 3 possessions for the Indians. 2:51 left to go here in the second. Brought to you by American Sun Control. We'll take a break, too. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
KQUL, Lake Ozark.
American Sun Control and Powder Coating is your powder coating and railing specialist at the lake. We can custom design new railings for your deck or pool area, or make your existing railing look like new again. Maybe it's time to enhance your outdoor living space with a new screened-in porch or room. Our 40 years of experience is your assurance of total satisfaction. Check us out online or Facebook. That's American Sun Control.
Whether it's a car accident, storm damage, or a fire, when the unthinkable happens, it doesn't matter if you've saved money in 15 minutes. In this moment, it doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance you do. In this moment, what matters is that your independent agent and the company that stands behind them have you covered. Mills & Sons Insurance and Auto Owners Insurance. The no-problem people. At 2701 Bagnell Dam Boulevard. Call us at 365-2002 or visit our website at millsinsurance.com. We're on your side because life happens.
Back here at School of the Osage High School. Second quarter winding down. 2:51 left. Osage hanging on to a 3-point lead here before halftime. Knob Noster trying to work their way back into this, winning this quarter by 4 right now.
Boy, there's some things that the Indians are doing that I like. I just like how we're trying to create opportunities for each other, working the ball around. That's several assists. Keep that going. Limit the turnovers, and we're going to be – there we go. Maverick Trusty trying to create a turnover there at the top of the key.
Yeah, almost took it away from Livingston, but Livingston got a step on him. Then into the lane, misses the shot, gets his own rebound. Now Zimmershed has it. Ball's going to be swung around. This is Livingston on the perimeter. He's going to go right at DePay. A smart move by him as DePay has 2 fouls early on. Another offensive rebound and then a travel called as Gentry had nowhere to go with it, left his feet, and then decided just to land.
I tell you, this Panther team, they are athletic and they are active.
Yeah.
Moving the ball around quickly, all over the place defensively, but lots of turnovers. Seeing lots of turnovers from them.
DePay across the timeline, up top to Trusty. The Panthers fall back into a 2-3 zone coming off of that full court press. Let's see how Osage attacks it. Want to work that 15-foot line right where Harrison is. Trusty doing a good job. Now kicks it out to DePay. Cross-court pass, back iron, no good. Gruce, the only one there for the offensive rebound. He just goes back up and over, and, you know, I know Gruce has come out here tonight, and he wants to play strong, Steve, and he has played strong here in this first half.
8 points for Gruce so far.
Three-pointer up, no good. Nice box out there by the aforementioned Gruce, and Trusty comes up with the rebound.
Oh, man.
Now Trusty trying to come down the floor with it. Goes out of bounds, but it's saved back in by the Panthers, but it goes right to Blake Harrison. Now Harrison up the floor. Gruce has it in the corner, looking to go inside. Cross-court pass over to Northrop. Northrop pump fakes into the lane, splits 2 defenders, and finishes at the rim with the finger roll.
He may be the best we have at getting into the lane and finishing.
7-point lead once again for the Indians. Coming up on a minute left to go here in the second. Hagel trying to work on Trusty, and I thought Hagel kind of uses
offensive foul.
It looked like he used his elbow to try and create room with Trusty, and once he created that room and tried to step between him, then Trusty gets called for the contact foul there.
First foul of the night for Trusty. Again, it was blatant. It clearly what he was just nudging him, just moving, trying to move Maverick out of the way.
Yeah, like this. Here, hold still. This is what he did.
You can't do that.
No, lift your
foul,
arm up.
Foul.
Ow. Maya with a soundboard back in the studio. Blow the whistle, Maya.
Northrop, Harrison, and DePay going to have a seat, get a breather.
Long, Stokes, and Black check in for the Indians. Second free throw good, makes it a 6-point game. Trusty will bring it up before Knob Noster gets a chance to set up their pressure defense. Gruce out to Long in the corner. His three-pointer is up, front iron, no good. Long rebound comes out to Zimmershed. He gives it up ahead to Livingston, going one-on-one against Black. A ton of contact there. Livingston finishes the layup and makes it a 4-point game. Now back behind the defense. Long gets it once again. Rims around, doesn't fall. Good athletic play there from Black to get the offensive rebound. Now Trusty into the lane, kicks it out to a wide-open Gavin Black. His three is up and good. Nice job by Trusty. Into the lane, collapse the D, out to Gavin Black, who hits the triple.
Gavin Black getting rewarded for his hard work on both ends of the floor.
Hagel knocked away. They're going to say off Trusty, though, out of bounds. 28-21, 26.9 left to go here in the second quarter, brought to you by American Sun Control.
Gavin Black hustling, getting back and playing defense, and the Panthers were able to score, but, man, he was playing perfect defense.
Zimmershed in the corner, three-pointer up and good. And there, Nob Nasser has an answer to keep this one close, a 4-point game. Trusty, off the fingertips of Gruce. Under 10 seconds to go now. Stokes takes it away.
There we go.
From Carter and finishes with the layup right before time expires. Zimmershed won't get a shot off. And Osage, coming off the steal and layup from Stokes, will take a 6-point lead into halftime, 30-24 after 2 quarters. We'll take a break. Come back with the Hy-Vee halftime report. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
Polylift boat lifts.
Your boat is a major investment. Make sure it sits on a Polylift.
When you need a boat lift to raise your boat out of the water, choose the one voted best boat lift at the lake. Choose Polylift. Any size, built with the best quality construction, a lifetime warranty on the tanks, and the service to stand behind it. We don't just build boat lifts, we build Polylifts.
We don't just build boat lifts, we build Polylifts.
High-Tech Collision and Auto Body Repair, proudly servicing the Lake area and Central Missouri for over 28 years. High-Tech is always here for you, and they tow 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. High-Tech offers the best in complete collision repair and is the lake's one-stop shop. Accidents are scary, but the repairs shouldn't be. A proud supporter of our lake community and Camdenton and Osage basketball. Go Lakers, go Indians, go High-Tech. Call 348-9070.
At Lake Regional, we're proud to offer a nationally accredited cancer center with deep expertise, state-of-the-art technology, and personalized treatment plans. Our team is here for one reason: you. We promise to be at your side from diagnosis to treatment and beyond, leaving no stone unturned. Lake Regional Cancer Center. Our commitment runs deep.
When you're looking for a new furnace or air conditioner, price is important, but warranty, reliability, and efficiency are big factors too. At DeGraff & Reed Heating and Cooling, you'll receive very competitive pricing on the industry-leading AirEase products. Every AirEase product is built on 80 years of experience, testing, and research. Servicing the Lake and Jefferson City areas for nearly 15 years, DeGraff & Reed Heating and Cooling, for reliable products offered by reliable people, called DeGraff & Reed Heating and Cooling.
Small in stature doesn't always mean small in power. Case in point, the Case Construction Compact Track Loader. Massive on power, but small enough to fit into tight spaces. The Case CTL puts more power and control in your hands with an 8-inch LCD multifunction display and electro-hydraulic controls that make even the most difficult jobs simple. See all the Case CTL skid loaders at Crown Power and Equipment. Passion, power, performance. crown-power.com.
This Christmas, come to Duncan Diamonds and Fine Jewelry and shop our timeless diamond and gold styles for the perfect gift that shows appreciation for those you adore. This will be Duncan Jewelry's 49th Christmas, providing meaningful jewelry that becomes the perfect sentiment of enduring love that lasts a lifetime while maintaining its beauty and elegance for generations to come. Make the season sparkle with Duncan Diamonds and Fine Jewelry, 450 Osage Beach Parkway.
Back here at School of the Osage High School, Craig Allen alongside Steve Adams, Maya back in the studio for us.
Just missed a magic moment.
Hy-Vee halftime shootout, and we just had a half-court shot sank.
By none other than
legendary
Johnny
Osage.
John Kimry.
Linebacker and tight end, extreme. He hits the triple. And then I blame the new halftime announcer for that.
You blame? What is their fault here?
I give all the credit to her, then is what I mean.
I see.
All the credit goes to the new halftime announcer. No Lee Baker here tonight, apparently. And so it was just an open-door policy. Anyone could have just come in and announced, I guess, tonight.
Even Lee Baker gets, Christmas vacation, apparently.
No, I would work him every night.
I think our announcer is inspired by you.
You think so?
She wants to be
family
like you.
Yeah, well, she texted me earlier wanting some tips and tricks.
Did she really? Is this a true story?
Mm-hmm. And I said, here's a list of things not to do. And I sent her that video reel that I made of your highlights.
You made a video reel of my highlights?
Yeah, and that's why you didn't see it, because I sent it to Denny and Mike Clayton, and I said, this is what I have to deal with.
Is that why I have the voice message waiting for?
Chick-a-stick.
I want a chick-a-stick.
I know, they don't make them
there's
anymore.
something we have to talk about.
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Pretty special girls game the other night.
Yeah.
I couldn't be there. I had a family thing going on. I couldn't come. Our girls were playing at home.
Yeah.
Second night in a row. I'm not sure what your lame excuse was for not being here.
I live far away.
But we get that's fair enough. We get the big win.
Yeah.
First of all, but second of all, Elizabeth Yoder breaks the school record for threes made in a game. And as I understand it, made 9 threes. But what I saw, the stat line said 9 out of 9.
9 for 9.
9 for 9. Doesn't miss a 3? Is that correct? Someone correct me if I'm wrong, please.
I'm not a math teacher, so can you tell me what percentage that is?
I'm pretty sure that's 100%.
Let me punch this into my calculator.
Craig, if I were to make a list of things that I could do 9 times in a row without flubbing it at some point in that streak of 9, I think it'd be a pretty short list.
It's not very long.
It's not a very long list.
But it's an incredible accomplishment. It's an incredible record, one that's going to stand for a long time. You don't even see that really happening at higher levels of basketball, let alone, high school, middle school, anything like that. It is a testament to how far she's come as a shooter, and, I'm sure, like I said, you and I didn't get a chance to come out here and see it, but I'm sure her teammates were looking for. Now, I have it on good authority via a text message that she was 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. Thank you. I knew if I said something wrong, we would be corrected.
Let me punch this into my calculator to see what that percentage is.
Carry the 1, move the decimal.
I'll figure that out. But still, 9 out of 10, that's pretty good.
That's real good. Elizabeth Yoder, if you're listening, we wanted to talk to you on the air tonight.
Yeah.
So maybe next time we're home. Or if she wants to come to Moberly, we would put her on the air if she came to Moberly.
I tell you what, I will put her on the air every game she wants to come on.
Every game?
Yeah.
So, if she was just like our
halftime liaison.
A permanent halftime guest.
Yeah.
All right.
Of all the Yoders that we could have on at halftime, she's the one that
Spread the word. If you have any contact with Elizabeth Yoder and she's not listening, let her know. We need some help.
I'm going to guess she's going to hear this at some point.
I hope so. Johnny Osage across the way holding his big fake Hy-Vee check.
Here's the thing. I need to get this out there, too. If you take that check to Central Bank, they will not cash that.
But did you
In fact, any bank won't.
Did you try the ATM, though?
Yeah, the ATM will take that check. The ATM's fine, yeah.
I didn't know if the slot was big enough.
And I look at him, Johnny Osage, folding up that giant check and putting it in his giant wallet. Unbelievable.
It couldn't have happened. I mean, it's just perfect.
Yeah. It was great.
He's a fun guy. Walked out there at the half court with his Letterman jacket, just drops it to the floor and drains the shot.
Had unconscious when it came to it.
Hey, let's do some numbers here.
Sorry, 30-24 here at halftime. Osage, a 6-point lead, jumped out to a 7-point lead after 1, so lost the second quarter by 1. Steve, what do you have as far as scoring totals for the Indians?
Hey, let's take a look here. Lots of scores. We have Noah Northrup leading us in scoring tonight with 10 points. Andrew Gruce with 8. Blake Harrison with 4. Maverick Trusty with 3. Gavin Black with 3. Lane Stokes there gets the bucket there at the end, creates his own opportunity by getting the steal. And those are our Osage Indians in the scorebook for the first half tonight.
So, pretty good first half from the Indians. They kind of let Knob Noster back into it at points, but in that second quarter, it felt like Osage had a pretty good answer for everything Knob Noster was trying to do. We've seen it in other games this season where Osage would try and get themselves back into games, and it felt like their opponent always had an answer or a punch right back to every shot that the Indians were trying to take. But here so far tonight, we've seen them have an answer. Now, of course, Tuesday night against Camdenton, the third quarter was the real struggle for the Indians, losing that quarter 22-9 before going on to lose that game by 3. So this third quarter, pretty catamount as far as winning this game. I look for the bigs, Harrison and Gruce. These are two guys who need to step up down the stretch here. Offensive rebounding been a big deal for the Panthers. They have got a lot of second chance points. At the start of the game, Steve, they got 5 straight possessions before the Indians ever got to touch the basketball. Have to clean up defensive rebounding. Harrison and Gruce both getting the start tonight. A pretty clear size advantage for the Indians, just kind of being out-hustled right now on the boards. I look for that to change in the second half, though.
And Gruce just, he can just jump out of the building. He's got great jumps and, getting the rebounds. I love just his aggressiveness, going right back up with the quick, not a lot of thought to it. Just, hey, I'm in the paint, I got the ball, I'm going right back into it, and that's where his 8 points are coming from. I look to see Jackson Long having a little more success offensively. He's had some good looks, just not connecting quite yet. And if he had, we'd have a double-digit lead here. And so I like how we're sharing the ball tonight.
He's not been shy, though. He hasn't thought about his misses, and it kind of reminds me of Maverick Trusty at times last year, where Trusty would miss a close three, come back next possession, and just drain the next three he took, not even really thinking or worrying about the three that he missed before. And that's kind of just the attitude that Coach E has instilled in these kids. He believes in them. Their teammates believe in them. They're not going to be upset if Long or Trusty or DePay or any of these kids goes out and misses 4 or 5 in a row. They all believe that the next one they shoot is going to go in.
And I really think every Indian out there has permission to shoot. We saw Gruce put up a couple threes because he had just wide open looks, but you also can just tell. They know who the shooters are. They're looking to try to get opportunities for Long. Anytime Gavin Black has some space, they're getting him the ball. I just like that, hey, we're starting to figure out who we are and working to those strengths.
Knob Noster will start the third quarter with the basketball. This third quarter brought to you by Polylift Boat Lifts. They don't just build polylifts, they build boat lifts. Polylifts. Nailed it. First possession of the third.
I thought maybe you were promoting polio there at one point.
Three-pointer in the corner up for Gruce and good. Sorry to ruin your moment there, Steve. But Gruce hits the triple in the corner to extend the lead to 7.
33-26, 7:20 here early in the third quarter.
Ooh, Harrison jumps that passing lane, comes up with the steal. Now one-on-one down the floor against Carter. Carter doesn't even try and stop him, but he can't hit the layup. Now Trusty loses it. Saved back in by the Octopus. Goes into DePay. DePay into the lane. Out to Octane on the wing. Northrup picks up his dribble on the baseline, looking for help. Gruce has it up top. Pump fakes the three. Into the lane. Absorbs the contact. Can't get it to go. Gets his own rebound.
Get in there.
Back up and falls. 5 points to start the third here for Gruce to extend this lead to 9.
Puts Gruce in double digits at 13 here for the night.
6:45 left to go here in the third. This is Martin with it. He goes over to Hagel. Hagel almost has it taken away from him by Trusty, and now they're gonna call the foul there. Feels like it really bailed Hagel out of a potential turnover there, and I don't think there was enough contact to warrant the foul.
Trusty picks up his second on the night.
Baseline inbound coming up for the Panthers. Ball goes into Martin, and his baseline jumper just inside the three-point line is up and in, and you wonder, he has shot quite a few times tonight, Lucas Martin. You wonder if he sees the ball go through like that, if it might spur him to hit a few more after that. Trusty with it on the wing. Goes away from the screen. Now comes back towards it. Ball knocked away from behind. Livingston comes up with the steal. Kicks it up ahead to Hagel. Hagel out in the corner to Zimmershed. Zimmershede's three is up. Right iron. No good. Weak side rebound comes down to Hagel. Hagel out to Martin. Martin pump fakes the three. Now dribbles in. Dribbles back out. Good defense there from Gruce. But Martin gets the layup at the rim.
We got a timeout called on the floor.
Yeah, 30-second timeout taken by Knob Noster. We'll take one, too. 5:54 left to go here in the third. Osage up by 5. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
Are you looking for a rewarding career that includes tons of perks? Stop in today at your Jefferson City or Osage Beach Hy-Vee and see the difference. They're offering extremely competitive pay. Plus, benefits include medical, dental, and life insurance backed by a 401k plan. And bonuses. Find yourself in a career with Hy-Vee. Stop in today at your Jefferson City or Osage Beach Hy-Vee or visit hi-v.com for employment opportunities.
35-30 here in the third quarter, brought to you by Polylift Boat Lifts.
Perfect.
They don't just build boat lifts. They build polylifts. 5-point lead for the Indians. 5:54 left to go in the third. Timeout taken by Knob Noster there after their made basket, I believe.
They did make the basket, yes.
Thank you, Captain.
Did you notice my cape?
I just thought it was a blanket. Thought thought you were cold. I didn't know it was a cape.
Well, you start with a blanket, you know.
That's true. What is a cape if not a blanket?
Yes.
DePay covered by Livingston. Working up top. Goes over to Northup. He's got Martin on him. Back over to DePay, into the corner to Trusty. Trusty steps inside the three-point line. Shot up, no good. Rebound comes down to Hagel. Good look there. Maverick just couldn't get it to go. 5:25 left to go here in the third. 35-30, Osage in front. Martin, right to left into the lane, picks up his dribble, has some help. Scoop shot up off the rim, and good. And again, Martin was a player that I was kind of fearful of maybe getting going here in the second half. We saw him shoot with volume in the first half with not a lot of results, but he's got his first couple shots to go here. Foul out on the perimeter as DePay was making his move.
Yeah, it kind of feels like Martin has just decided, hey, I'm going to put this on my shoulders and I'm going to be the offense, and it's working for him here to start this quarter.
There's not been a lot of other offense for the Panthers so far. Martin has been a pretty good source of it. He's got 11 points here so far tonight of the 32 for Knob Noster. Osage just needs to take care of business down here on the offensive end. Continue to get good looks. Off the screen, this is Northup. Gets another screen from Gruce. Knob Noster has switched from their 2-3 to this man zone, or excuse me, this man-to-man.
Oh, what a take.
Harrison, the up and under on Martin, and then the scoop shot up and in. Martin can't believe he's called for the foul. Harrison hits the basket with the harm and is at the line for one more.
Just great footwork, just great patience on the part of Blake Harrison there. You know, he was looking for his teammates still, and then that wasn't there, so he just gets the pump fake, gets him up in the air, and then goes right to the basket with the underhand there. Beautiful.
Free throw is good from Harrison, makes it 39-32. Harrison tips the inbound pass. DePay with the steal and finishes with the right hand. The Octopus doing it all down here on the defensive end now. Livingston back behind the defense. Gruce with the big-time swat on the shot. That was Collier that got it rejected. Now Collier has it down in the corner as Knob Noster retains possession. Down by 8 here, 4:30 left to go in the third. Livingston working on DePay up top. Left to right, shot off the glass, can't get it to go. Rebound chased down by Harrison. Gives it off to DePay. Osage a chance to make it double digits here on this possession. DePay into the lane, out to Trusty, wide open for three. Shot is up and good. DePay into the lane, wide open. Maverick, and the quarterback hits the triple. And now that's a travel, and they're going to call the foul. Unbelievable. Just not a good call, Steve. Not a good call. Martin is turning and looking to go down the floor and just runs into Maverick and doesn't dribble the ball because he runs into Maverick, and they call Maverick for the foul.
Well, there's at least one person in the house that I think agrees with you.
Who?
Emphatically, I think Coach E.
I would, if we took a poll, all Craigs in this room did not like that call. Instead, it's another foul on Trusty, his third. And Knob Noster retains possession. This is Martin with it up top. He's got Northrop on him.
43-32, favored the Indians.
Out near the volleyball line. Working into the lane, lost a handle on it, tipped away. Collier comes up with it. Now he spins on Gruce. Good defense from Andrew, and the shot's no good. Harrison has the rebound. He tries to outlet it between four Panthers. Can't get it out, but he's hit across the arm and goes sliding across the floor. It's not funny, but it's kind of hysterical in the fact of how many players were around Harrison as he tried to get rid of that basketball.
That was rough. He would not be denied.
Substitutions on the floor for Knob Noster.
I'll tell you, that combination of Gruce and Harrison on the floor at the same time, that is formidable. Jackson Long coming in. Trusty going to have a seat.
I agree. I would even say it's formidable.
Tomato?
Potato. Long just checks in. Cross-court pass to Northrop. He'll step into the triple. Back iron, no good. Fight for the rebound. And that's going to be Tyler Zink that comes down with it. Just took it away from Harrison on that possession. Now Hagel with it, picked up by Long. 3.5 to go here in the third. Hagel, and he's going to shuffle his feet. Good help defense there from DePay as Long had him sealed from the basket. DePay came over with the double team, and Hagel shuffled his feet trying to get between them. Gavin Black checks in. Harrison will take a seat.
Ooh.
And that pass tipped out of bounds. Stays here with the Indians. Baseline inbound coming up.
Osage winning this quarter 13-8.
And it's better now than late.
Oh. Trying to force something there.
Off the inbound, turned over. Black winds up with it, though, with a steal and a three-pointer up and in. Black just gets the loose ball outside the three-point line and just shoots it, puts it up and in, makes the lead 14, 46-32. Hagel with it, picked up by Long. Now Zimmershed backing in Northrop. Goes up top to Freitas. Freitas tries to kick it over, but Gruce comes up with the steal. Now throws it back behind the defense. It's 1-on-2. DePay splits the defense. Can't get the layup to go, but he's fouled and will be at the line for 2.
Great job by DePay, forcing the action there, drawing the contact. He just does so many things really across the whole scorebook right. Not getting a lot of points tonight, but doing a lot of good things for Osage. Looks like Lane Stokesbury to come in.
First free throw good from DePay.
47-32. Noah Northrop's going to have a seat. Northrop scored 10 tonight.
Trusty at the line to come in for DePay. Second free throw good. I would miss it and try and stay in, but DePay will make it and take a seat.
You're always such a team player.
16-point lead for the Indians, 48-32. We talked about how big this third quarter would be. And Osage right now winning it by 6. Or by 10, I guess, actually. Stokes gets it on the wing after Black got the steal. Good game tonight from Gavin Black so far. Trusty with it now. And they are out on him. Oh, off his foot as he went to make his move.
Yeah, Black is showing that, we all know that he can shoot the three, but he brings more than that. What he's bringing defensively tonight, kind of filling that Landon Childs gap a little bit and just creating some steals, creating some havoc.
Full timeout now, Noster. We'll take one as well. 2:12 left to go here in the third quarter. Brought to you by Polylift Boat Lifts. You're listening to 102.7 Sports.
Where'd you get that grin? Right above your chin.
Andy's Autumn of Awesome is here, and so are my hand-dipped caramel apples, made the old-fashioned way with Granny Smith apples and creamy caramel. Try double-dipped, roasted pecan, or Reese's Pieces for a delicious dip back in time. Now at Andy's Frozen Custard.
With a smile at Andy's, top your day. With a smile at Andy's, top your day.
If the exterior of your home needs repair or it's in need of a fresh new look, Elite Roofing and Siding is here to help. Be assured you'll receive excellent service, as our customers have once again voted us Best Roofer at the Lake. We appreciate your business and for trusting us with the exterior of your home. Call us today at 302-ROOF. That's 302-ROOF for all your roofing and siding needs. Elite Roofing and Siding, serving the Lake area for more than 20 years.
2:12 left to go here in the third. 48-32, Osage in front. As they've come out swinging here in the second half.
Oh, they're doing great. 18-8 in this quarter. And they were down early in the quarter, so just a really good run here in the last few moments. Really taking advantage of the turnovers. This athletic Panthers team just guilty of all kinds of turnovers.
Collier lost it. Gruce dives on the floor after it. Instead, Collier dribbles it in, gives it out to Martin. His three-pointer is up, no good. Fight for the board. Hagel has it. And Trusty, heady as always on the defensive end, absorbs the contact, draws the offensive foul.
Not what the Panthers really wanted to draw up coming out of that timeout.
You don't think he drew up a play that can...
You're going to commit the charge.
All right, guys, we're going to get an offensive foul called on us here. Let's go.
Maverick, just such a smart player.
Mm-hmm.
Just one of those athletes, his IQ really in every sport I've seen him play is really impressive.
And he has the basketball here, goes inside to Gruce, and they're going to call a push foul, and that is going to be enough to send Gruce to the line for 2 free throws there. You and I were talking off the air before we came on the air tonight about Maverick Trusty and how the night he had Monday night, probably not one that he would like to remember. But he is just so quick to bounce back. He is so quick to put that stuff behind him. And he's just such a smart player. I think that's my favorite thing about him is just how smart he is as a player.
He just had a bad shooting night, and that happens to shooters, even the Craig Allen.
I'll let you know when it happens, but I don't recall. Let me see. 2007, I was And then in 9, they had the YMCA League. Boy, I shot the lights out that year. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I bet we could find some witnesses.
You know, it's fine. Third quarter
Don't you
here.
have some family in the house?
No, it's third quarter here. 8:50-32, 90 seconds left to go in the third. And now Knob Noster trying to deal with this Osage full court pressure. Osage getting back into their defense here. Livingston into the lane, and they're going to call. Yeah, they're going to call Collier for the travel. You know what's funny is Harrison was trying to take the charge on Livingston. Livingston hits Harrison, and he gets knocked backwards towards Collier, who was wide open, and Collier shuffled his feet, thinking Harrison was coming to block it, when really it was just Harrison trying to get a steal. I tell you what, the fouls they've called against Trusty tonight have been, for a word, non-existent.
Well, he's going to have a seat with his fourth foul. Dane DePay back in. Just frustrating, trying to get some rhythm. Made the big three there. And
he lost the ball out near half court and then tried to get it back. And I would say there was more contact when he lost the ball than when there was when he tried to get it back, and they called the foul on him. Tough night for Maverick in the foul category. Martin, three-pointer up, no good. Good defense there from Black. And then maybe overthinking trying that outlet pass there.
Martin, man, he just pulls the trigger quick. He doesn't need much space. He's gonna make some points just for the volume of his shooting, if nothing else.
Long gets it on the wing. He'll step into the three-pointer, up and in. He got just the space he needed. And, Steve, we've seen this from the Indians this season, and I look for it to go forward, too. They just bring those wing players on both sides, Steve, and then they run them off screens from the bigs going opposite directions, and they're just like, whoever is more open is going to get a three-point look. We've seen that numerous times this season. They're Long, the benefactor, and he gets the triple to fall. Baseline inbound coming up for the Panthers here.
Score 51-32 in favor of the Indians.
Three-pointer up. Livingston.
Ooh, that's going to be a foul.
Here's the thing. Three-pointer was up from Zimmershed. He was no good, but there was nobody there for the rebound. Absolutely nobody except for Sam Livingston. He comes down with it, tries to go back up with it, and he's hit by Blake Harrison. And now Livingston will be at the line for two.
That's Blake's second foul on the night. Go ahead.
No, you're fine.
I was going to say both teams with 5 fouls.
Yeah, free throws the rest of the way, but there's only 35 seconds left here in the third. First free throw up and in.
51-33. The Indians having a good night here. 21-9 this quarter.
Both free throws good from Livingston. Half a minute to go here in the third. See what Osage does on this possession. This is Black with it. A ton of contact there. And now Harrison's going to go to the line for two as Freitas tried to jump the passing lane and just wound up taking Harrison out.
Yeah, the last 30 seconds of this quarter might go on for a while if we're going to be trading free throw lines back and forth.
First free throw good from Harrison.
Feels like, I don't have the numbers in front of me, but it feels like we're shooting better from the free throw line here tonight. You should. You're going to blame me for that now, aren't you?
Yeah. Do you not blame yourself for that missed free throw? Knob Noster down with the rebound. This is Livingston with it over to Martin, excuse me. Stokes comes out on him. Martin into the lane, lost a handle on it.
What are we saying?
He thinks he got fouled, but he traveled instead.
Well, Dane DePay got a hand on the ball, and, Martin just kind of threw him off balance, it looked like, from this angle.
Martin didn't like the call. Did you?
I thought it was a great call.
Interesting.
And great defense by Dane DePay.
That's interesting. DePay out to Stokes. Black has it.
Oh,
he'll step into a long three. It's blocked by Freitas. And that's how the third quarter comes to a close. Trying to get the quick shot up. Can't quite do so. Osage will still take an 18-point lead into the final quarter. One more to go after this. Osage up 52-34. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
Kids ask their parents a lot of questions.
Why can't people fly?
Gravity.
Is the moon really made of cheese?
Yep, cream cheese.
When can I move into a big kid's car seat?
For some questions, parents may not have the answer, but that's okay. They can't know everything, but knowing the right seat for their age and size will help protect them in a car crash. Find out more at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
Contact one of Miller County Health Center's certified car seat techs for assistance at 573-369-2400.
Back here at School of the Osage High School, Craig Allen alongside Steve Adams. Maya back in the studio. Osage up by 18, 52-34 after 3 quarters of play. You can follow along our broadcast on MoSportsZone.com or go to YouTube and type in MoSportsZone. Go to the channel page, find the live videos, and there we are.
There we are. This Panther team, I've said it several times tonight, you got to give them credit. They work hard. They're athletic. It feels like they just have one scorer and really not much else going on offensively. And that was a struggle for them in that third quarter. We held them to 10 points while we scored 22. Gave us quite a bit of a good marginal lead here.
Osage going to start the quarter with the basketball. And look at this. Aggressive defense, Steve. Northup gets it on the wing. Three-pointer wide open. Can't get it to go. Martin down with the rebound. I guarantee you, Knob Noster wants to move on offense and defense here, Steve. Livingston going towards the basket. DePay knocks it away from him, and he's called for the foul on the arm.
That's his third tonight.
Look for this defensive aggression to turn up, and I fully expect off missed baskets and turnovers for them to get out and go. I expect the tempo to go up exponentially here. No free throws coming up off the inbound. Martin gets it, and his triple is up and in to start this quarter.
52-37. Martin's a guy he's going to have to get the hot hand if they're going to climb back into this one.
DePay picks up his dribble, looking for help, finds Gruce back behind the defense. One dribble, Gruce going right at the defense, can't get it to fall. Rebound comes down to Gentry, now kicked up ahead to Hagel. Hagel over to Zimmershed. Zimmershed working the baseline, trying to find Gentry. Ball knocked away. Harrison comes up with the steal. 52-37 here in the fourth, brought to you by Camden on the Lake. This is DePay cooking up top, gets a screen from Harrison. Nobody near him, can't get the right-handed finger roll to go. Weak side rebound down to the Panthers. Now coming back the other way, Zimmershed to Martin. Good no-look pass.
No.
Ooh, got Gruce off the ground. That was scary. Livingston with the pump fake, and Gruce went up and over him, almost tumbling over him to the floor. Call the foul on Gruce, and I believe Livingston will be at the line for 2. Everybody hold your breath in a situation like that.
Gruce picks up his second on the night. Osage winning off, well, I think we lost that second quarter by 1, but really have been in control most of the night, and just can we finish, right? How do we play with a lead here against a team who really, they're just going to go all out?
Yeah, they're about to turn it up here, I believe, down the stretch. So it's going to be about how Osage can answer. There, the free throw no good. Harrison gets the tipped rebound, and now DePay has it. Out at half court, right to left, working on Zimmershed, and he's going to be caught for the reach-in foul. Coach E wants a timeout, wants to talk about how they're going to deal with this newfound defensive pressure. We'll take a break, too. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
From the snap of the ball to the last play of the game, Danner Roofing and Construction specializes in commercial and residential roofing. Danner Roofing and Construction works hard all 4 quarters and completes every job from start to finish with no money down. No time is wasted on the clock, and the seasoned pros bring home the win every time. When your home or business is ready for a roof or repair, depend on Danner Roofing and Construction. 4 generations of roofing experience and the team to get the job done before the whistle blows. Look them up online and Facebook.
52-38, fourth quarter action here between the Indians and the Panthers. Steve, how many Panthers do you think you could take in a gladiator fight?
Are you going to be in the ring with me?
Has that ever been the case? In this hypothetical situation I've given you. I will be, but I'm on the Panthers team.
Okay, well, I think that improves my odds.
Oh, no! They're probably a good teammate. What are you talking about? Off the inbound, Gruce gets it. Pump fakes, goes inside to Harrison, and Harrison, let me tell you something. Harrison was looking for the contact there, Steve. Pump faked on the floor and then just kind of went up into the defender, gets the foul, and is at the line for 2.
Hey, well, great job by Gruce, driving in and kind of creating the attention there and then just dishing it off to Harrison. Loved seeing the big feed the big.
First free throw good, and Osage has shot free throws great tonight.
53-38.
What are you laughing at?
It's okay.
Second free throw good.
You going to take credit for that?
Well, yeah. You've got the caster jinx. After 7 years, it doesn't work like that anymore.
Oh, I see.
You got to earn your stripes to not be able to jinx them.
What's
like
the tipping point? When do I?
I think it's 9 years.
Okay. Your math is funny.
Martin gives it up to Hagel. Now back up top to Martin. He'll step into the long three, and it's good. Back-to-back triples from Martin. That's what I was afraid of, Steve. Martin has shown the irrational confidence for a guy who has shot about 10% tonight, and he knows he has seen it go through in other games. So gets that one to go. Now long, push shot. Can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. They're going to say on the end line, out of bounds, back towards Knob Noster.
I'm really impressed by Blake Harrison's ball handling ability tonight. He's doing a good job.
Long will come in, or excuse me, Long will take a seat as Trusty comes back in. 54-41. A three here from Knob Noster makes it a 10-point game.
You know, Martin heating up a little bit. It reminds me a little bit of what we dealt with against Camden in that third quarter. Basham, okay, we got to find a way to weather the storm, find a way to combat the hot hand here. 54-41, 6 minutes left in this game.
Livingston on the wing. Looking for Martin. Good denial from Northrop so far. Zimmershed. Now Martin will get it and immediately catching fire. Shot up, no good. Good defense there from Noah Northrop. DePay down with the rebound. Coming back the other way. Northrop on the wing. Dribbles into the lane. Splits two defenders. Shot on the glass. Can't get it to fall. Fight for the rebound, and Martin comes up with it. Now he wants to move quickly up the floor. Into the lane, goes right through DePay. No call. Ball lost. Gruce comes up with it. Now Gruce across the timeline. Gives it over to Trusty. Trusty back up top to DePay. Yeah, DePay looked like he took that charge pretty flush. Now, whether or not Martin had the basketball at that time, I still think it's a foul when you go into somebody like that and knock him to the floor. Either way, Osage got the basketball back. Need to get some points here, though. Extend this lead.
Two teams just playing a different pace of ball here.
Yeah, look for a backdoor cut here, Steve, because they are really, really aggressive out on the wings. Harrison to DePay out near the volleyball line. His triple up. Can't get it to go. Rebound knocked away. Collier had it. Yeah, they're going to call Gruce right across Collier's face. Gruce and Collier chasing that ball down towards the sideline. And Gruce got him across the face, and he's going to be called for his fourth foul. 54-41, 4:53 left to go here in the fourth quarter, brought to you by Camden on the Lake.
Cleaning up the floor here a little bit from Coach Hinshaw and Gruce out there. What do we need here? What do we need?
What was that thing called? The big circle
the sweat
squeegee?
mop?
Yeah, sweat mop.
I need a sweat mop.
I knew about sweat bees, but not sweat mops.
You need to sponsor a sweat mop for a story.
I do.
The Craig Allen sweat mop.
Okay. I don't know why my name had to be involved with it. But I like it. Turnover out on the perimeter as Martin was trying to cook on Gruce, and he burned his food. Turnover. He burned his food. It was an apple turnover. Ooh, trying to work a give and go, Harrison and Trusty. Trusty did not go, but Harrison threw it as if he did. Turnover back to Knob Noster.
54-41. I just feel like any possession we can have, just milk some time, get a bucket at the end. That's what we're looking for here. Don't need to force it.
Oh, and now an errant pass stolen by Gruce. Osage takes possession now. DePay gets it in the corner, wide open for a three. Back iron, no good. Weak side rebound comes down to Gruce. And they're going to call him for his fifth foul, and he'll be done for the night.
Well, he's had a great game. Andrew Gruce looks like he's going to sit the bench with 13 points. Right now, at this time, he's our leading scorer. Not going to be able to add to that total. He's frustrated, but he shouldn't hang his head about anything. He's had a great night.
Yeah, really great. Certainly the best game of the season for Gruce, even if he did foul out here in the fourth.
And just an easy young man to root for.
Absolutely.
Just a great guy, great family. Makes us better in many ways.
They're going to call the travel on Knob Noster as Hagel tried to back his defender in. They pulled the chair out. He can't believe it.
He can't believe it. He is in disbelief, you might say.
I believe it. Gavin Black checks in for Gruce on that last possession when he fouled out. Trying to come down the floor to Northrop. Ball knocked out of bounds. It'll be a sideline inbounds coming up for Osage with a 13-point lead, 54-41, 3:56 left to go here in the fourth. Brought to you by Camden on the Lake.
Osage struggling to score this quarter. We're losing this quarter 2-7, so we still got a double-digit lead. But it's just hard when you're trying to milk the clock and you're not trying to force the action as much.
Black up top to Northrop. Northrop in the lane over to Black. Black pump fakes, now picks up his dribble. Looking to go inside, a tough pass to make, somehow gets it in there. Harrison, good body control, can't get the finish. Ball knocked around, out of bounds, off Osage, back to the Panthers. Harrison did everything that he could on that play except get the shot to fall.
Nobody works harder than Blake Harrison in the paint.
Livingston back the other way, going one-on-one against DePay. Good defense from DePay. The rebound hits the floor right on the box. Nobody there to pick it up, and Harrison tracks it down. Now he'll give it off to Trusty. Maverick with it out on the perimeter, picked up by Hagel. Coach E wants the offense reset here, coming up on 3 minutes to go in the fourth. Would love to see a basket here. Would ultimately might put this one away. Northrop, tough fadeaway on the baseline. Grazes the front of the iron. Livingston down with the rebound. Now Knob Noster back the other way. They have numbers. Zimmersheed's three is up and good. That is a quick 5-point turnaround as Knob Noster hits the three to make it a 10-point game with 2:59 left to go here in the fourth. We'll take a timeout. There's a timeout on the floor. Osage up by 10. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
Dooley Red Door has been a trusted name around the lake area for dependable and quality garage doors. Our business is continually growing, and we are looking for motivated, energetic individuals to join our team. With an outstanding reputation, Dooley Overhead Doors needs more installers that are trustworthy, have reliable transportation, can pass the drug test, and help build our company here at the lake. Please send your resume to dooleydoors@socket.net or call 573-348-4399.
Looking to celebrate New Year's Eve at the beautiful Lake of the Ozarks? Well, head to the newly renovated Camden on the Lake Resort and Spa and ring in 2024. Dine on a 4-course meal and party with the band 5 Turn Knot. And then take the elevator home when the clock strikes midnight. Select from one of 4 exclusive package options and stay where the party is. To book your Camden on the Lake New Year's getaway, call 573-365-5620 or visit CamdenOnTheLake.com.
Osage hanging on to a 10-point lead here in the fourth quarter. Just under 3 minutes left to go in this one against Knob Noster. Final game before the Christmas weekend. Our next broadcast coming to you live next Saturday from the Moberly Shootout. The last game of the Moberly Shootout against Moberly. We'll be there.
It makes sense. It's easy to remember.
We'll be there with bells on. I'm wearing my noisy outfit.
Okay. Can't wait.
Everywhere I go. Jing, jing, jing.
I don't have any bells. Is that okay?
No. The turnover. Hagel gets the steal. Can't get the layup to go. Martin gets the rebound. His putback is no good. Long rebound tipped out. Martin comes up with it. Back up. Can't get it to go, but he's fouled and will be at the line for 2. I don't know what Coach E's saying, but he's saying it loudly.
Called the foul on Gavin Black there.
12 seconds come off the clock. Knob Noster gets 4 opportunities right at the rim. Can't get any of them to go, and now they're at the line for 2. Steve, Knob Noster. What does Noster mean?
I have no idea.
Second free throw coming up.
Not the trivia question for the night?
No, it's Latin for ours. Idiot.
Did you just call me an idiot?
What? No, second free throw good. You don't know Latin?
54-46. Osage needing a good possession
Latin.
here.
Doesn't know Latin. Long into the lane. Tough shot off the glass. No good. Rebound down to Livingston. 2.5 to go. Osage up by 8. Zimmersheed has it in the corner. Now into the lane. This is Martin. He'll put up another 3. Rims off. No good. Weak side rebound down to DePay. Osage has numbers if DePay wants to pursue it. Out near half court. Here comes the double team. Picks up his dribble. Hit across the hand. 3rd team foul on Knob Noster. The Panthers will be shooting free throws the rest of the game as Osage is in the bonus. I don't think knob is a Latin word. I just think noster is a Latin word.
Is it knob like some kind of geographical term?
It probably is, yeah. I looked up Latin meaning of knob and did not find anything.
You didn't look up anything.
I did. Look at this.
Oh, boy.
This is Harrison with it over to Northrop. Northrop attacking the rim, has it knocked away from behind. Trusty gets it in the corner. Three-pointer up, no good. Weak side rebound down to Zimmershed. Coming up on 2 minutes left to go. Zimmershed has it knocked away by DePay, but gets his own rebound. Livingston attacks the basket, can't get it to go. He's fouled and will be at the line for 2.
I think it's going to be Blake Harrison.
Yeah.
It's his third on the night. Now, here's what we're looking at, folks. Osage has only scored 1 bucket this quarter. We got, 6 minutes into the final quarter. We've only scored 2 points to their 12, and it's starting to get interesting here as we got an 8-point lead and ready to cut that down to 7.
Where'd you find that at, Maya? Oh, did you just look up Knob Noster? Oh, now I feel foolish. 2:01 left to go here. Osage clinging to a 7-point lead here in the fourth quarter. Second free throw good. Makes it a 6-point game. And this defensive pressure, Steve, being turned up. Osage has to figure out how they're going to deal with it. Northrop with it, and now here comes the trap. Northrop attacking the basket. A ton of contact. Yeah, you got to call something, and they do. Livingston going to be called for the foul, and Northrop will go to the line for 2.
Bit of a late whistle there, but had to be called.
It almost wasn't. American Indian legend relates that the 2 hills or knobs in the area were raised up as monuments to slain warriors. Settlers to the area later referred to the Latin word noster, meaning R. The local community has been called Knob Noster, R Hill, ever since. Did that disappoint you? That story?
We just missed a free throw. That disappoints me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention. First free throw, no good from Northrop. Oh. No good on the second. Livingston down with the rebound. Osage needs a stop. More so, they need a shot on the other side. Zimmershed, long 3, up and good. And, folks, we have got ourselves a ball game down the stretch here. 54-51 after that triple. Osage came into this fourth quarter with a large lead and has it down. Knob Noster has it down to 3 now.
And you want to say that the Panthers have been on a run here, but we just have not been scoring. And you want to give, I guess, them some credit for the increasing the defense here and the pressure and the activity on the court here. But, I think we just kind of went into this mode of trying to drain the clock, and we just kind of changed a little bit of what we were doing. It's kind of got us out of sync here. Again, the quarter score here in this final period is 2-17 in favor of the Panthers here. We're still up by 3 with about, what was the time? Less than 2 minutes, I'm pretty sure.
1:38.
Those 2 missed free throws were big. Now the Panthers, the next foul they'll commit, that'll put us to the line.
Yeah, everybody's
correct?
shooting free throws down the rest of the way here. It really feels like this defensive pressure that Knob Noster has come out with here in the fourth quarter has just kind of been the turning point.
Blake Harrison with the inbounds on the baseline.
Got to make good passes. This is DePay with it. He has it out on the perimeter, and I got to tell you, Osage might have been bailed out there, Steve. It looked like DePay just slipped and fell on the floor. They're going to call the foul on Zimmershed, though, and DePay will be at the line for 2.
And he takes it. He's holding his elbow there. You can tell that was.
It was a hard foul. He hit the ground hard. I don't know what you do here, man. Like, that's 3 straight missed free throws, maybe 4.
There we go.
So that second one is good, makes it a 2-possession game, 55-51. 4-point game, under a minute and a half left here in the fourth. Livingston out in the corner. They're going to call him for a travel. Had to take an extra step to get it out to Zimmershed.
Now Knob Noster making some mistakes here at a time where they just really can't afford to. 1 minute, 20 seconds left. Osage with the ball and a 4-point lead.
Take care of the basketball here. That's what you have to do. Ball goes to Northrop. Osage has numbers. Trusty gets it on the wing. Long three-pointer up. Front iron, no good. Harrison fights for the rebound. Pump fake. Back up and in. Hustle points there from Harrison as he pulls down the offensive board, makes it a 6-point game coming up on a minute left to go here in the fourth. This is Martin now backing it up against Northrop. Isolation set up for him, wanting to go one-on-one. Left to right, pulls up. 16-footer.
Wow,
gets it to go. What
shot.
a tough shot. And gets it to go in. A timeout on the floor for Knob Noster after Martin puts in the tough contested shot. Makes it a 4-point game. 57-53 here in the fourth quarter.
Woo. Well, they've made it interesting.
Yes.
Starting that fourth quarter, what were we up by, 14 or so?
16 or 14, yeah.
Just feeling like, hey, we've got this in the bag. And then you go for a stretch of only scoring 2 points to their 17, and all of a sudden it's a game again. Still, we have control here. 4-point lead. Just under a minute here. Hall of Fame coach drawing up something for us.
In the blink of an eye, Lucas Martin has 21 on the night now for Knob Noster. And I said it off the air, Steve, and which that doesn't really count as much, but I said he is shooting enough. He is shooting so much that it makes me think he's made a lot of shots.
Yeah.
And so I was fearful of him continuing to shoot and getting going like we saw Basham Monday night. DePay fouled as he tries to go down the floor. He wanted to quickly get that ball, turn, and head up the floor. He's fouled by Freitas, and he'll be at the line once again for 2 free throws.
What do you think of that? Is that the coach instructing to?
It may not be. Here's the thing. I don't think it was intentional, but if I'm Knob Noster, I'm fine with that. Because you're ultimately going to foul anyways. Now, obviously, you want to turn Osage over. You don't want them to get to the free throw line, but if it's going to happen, better sooner than later, right?
Well, maybe if you scouted us a little bit and know that we struggle from the line, you think, hey, we'll take our risk here.
First free throw good, second one no good. Martin down with the rebound. Trusty almost comes up with the long steal. Zimmershed, long three, no good. Harrison tracks down the rebound, gives it over to DePay. DePay has it knocked away from behind, goes out of bounds, stays with the Indians. 40 seconds left to go here. Osage up by 5.
I just don't think we can overstate the contributions that Blake Harrison has
Absolutely.
made all over the court tonight. In the absence of Landon Childs and the energy he brings, Blake Harrison has filled the gap. And we really, although we've missed him.
Right there,
yeah.
Harrison finding Northrop, cutting to the basket. He gets the layup to make it 7. DePay comes up with the steal, throws it off Martin out of bounds. It's a turnover back to the Indians.
Martin just just disgusted a little bit. Knows he's just been played.
Trusty with it near half court, goes over to Northrop once again. Long gets it at the rim and finishes back-to-back buckets for the Indians to make it a 9-point game with 15 seconds left. Livingston on the wing. He'll put the three-pointer up. Right iron, no good. Weak side rebound down to Harrison. He'll be fouled by Martin in the backcourt as this one winds down to a close.
Well, they didn't play for the first 6 minutes. It didn't feel like of this period, but they're closing it out strong in these last couple minutes. Have a chance to get their lead up to double digits again with Blake Harrison at the line.
First free throw up and in. Makes it a 10-point game once again. So Osage fighting off Knob Noster down the stretch here. After what happened on Monday night, I know I wouldn't say you and I had doubts as more as it was concerns as this lead continued to diminish down, but Osage puts them away. We'll go home with a 9-point win tonight. Final score 64-55 in this one. Some big-time baskets down the stretch to give the Indians the win in this one. A good win for Osage, bouncing back from that game on Monday night as they get set for the Moberly shootout next week. We'll take a break, come back with the High-Tech Auto Body post-game show after this. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
KQUL, Lake Ozark.
Don't settle for an average rate. Earn 11 times the national average and make the most of your money with a high-yield savings account at First Bank of the Lake. Earn 5.25% APY with a $2,500 minimum opening deposit. Don't wait. Maximize your savings today. Call, come by, or open your high-yield savings account online today. Find out what it's like to work with a bank that puts you first. Member FDIC. APY means annual percentage yield. See bank for details.
Life comes at you fast, sometimes too fast. Shoulda remembered the golden rule. No, not that one. Golden Rule Insurance. Call them for personal lines of insurance for home, auto, life, boat, and RV. And the best part is, when you bundle, you can save actual money. Golden Rule staff are educated and trained to ensure their customers have the very best service. Find personal lines of insurance that work for you. You can find them on Osage Beach Parkway in Osage Beach. Golden Rule Insurance Agency. Coverage you need, people you trust.
A full-service graphics company, Wright Printing and Promotional Advertising does it all, from screen printing, offset printing, and promotional advertising to custom-built trophies and awards. It's where they do it the right way. Check out their Facebook page for their monthly special, and don't forget they offer online stores for all your group and activities needs. Wright Printing and Promotional Advertising, across from the Family Center on Highway 52 East in Versailles. Call 573-378-5775.
Sold out crowd at Remax Arena at Lake of the Ozarks, and Winter Shelton's got 5 seconds left to win this deal. Can they pull it off? Inbound passes to Shelton at the top of the key. They try to double team him. Shelton crosses over the competition with some razzle-dazzle. 2, 1, he shoots the game winner, and it's Winter Shelton for the win!
Shelton is crushing it.
When buying a home or real estate, put the ball in Winter Shelton's hands for the game winner.
Winter Shelton's crushing it, yeah.
American Sun Control and Powder Coating is your powder coating and railing specialist at the lake. We can custom design new railings for your deck or pool area, or make your existing railing look like new again. Maybe it's time to enhance your outdoor living space with a new screened-in porch or room. Our 40 years of experience is your assurance of total satisfaction. Check us out online or Facebook. That's American Sun Control.
Back here at Osage High School, this one's in the books. Osage picks up a 9-point victory over Knob Noster. Final score 64-55, and Knob Noster went into the fourth quarter down by 16, turned up the defensive pressure, got the score down to 2 before Osage was able to kind of extend their arms down the stretch and put this one away. A couple baskets at the lane, a couple free throws hit, a couple turnovers, and Osage picks up the victory here, a much-needed victory after the tough loss on Monday night.
Yeah, really proud of these young men bouncing back from, it's everybody in the gym, every Osage fan in the gym really just rooting so hard for the Indians to get that win Monday night, and started out so well. The place was just rocking. Yeah. And so that was a hard loss. It really was difficult to walk away from. And then for them, we didn't know anything about Knob Noster coming in to tonight. I got a little worried at 2 different points tonight. One, when I saw that Landon Childs wasn't playing for us tonight, I thought, wow, that energy is, he just brings so much for us. And I just didn't know how we're going to replace that. And I'm going to give Blake Harrison the credit for filling in that vacuum. And then I was scared when the lead was cut to 3 in the fourth quarter, and we just couldn't buy a bucket. And I thought, if we thought Monday was going to be a rough loss, giving this one away after being up 16 at the start of the fourth, that's going to hurt.
Yeah, this one had all the makings of a catastrophic loss down the stretch, because that catamounted on with Monday night's loss. It could have been a real bad look. And credit where it's due for the Indians to bounce back and step up in the fourth quarter, put their foot down, and put this one away. What do you have as far as point totals for the Indians tonight, Steve?
Hey, so our point leader here, scoring leader, is Blake Harrison with 14, followed by Andrew Gruce with 13. So it's fun to see our bigs there, 27 points between the two of them.
Yeah.
Noah Northrup with 12, Maverick Trusty with 6, Gavin Black with 6, Dane DePay with 6, Jackson Long with 5, and Lane Stokes with 2.
Mills and Sons MVP of the game. Who do you got tonight?
I'm going to give my honorable mention first, if you don't mind.
I do, but go ahead.
Okay, Andrew Gruce.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, Andrew Gruce fouled out, and I think, he was big for us tonight. Scoring 13, big buckets, really just playing big there in the paint and playing aggressively when he got the rebound, right back up with the bucket. Really proud of that young man, what he brought. Made a big difference for us. But I'm going to have to give the nod to Blake Harrison, from the tip off to the final tick of the game, just not just his 14 points, but the rebounds, what he brought defensively, how he handled the ball tonight. I mean, I just don't know how you could define an MVP any differently than what we saw from Blake Harrison.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Megan Trusty because she's listening, and I'm scared to say anybody. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to go with I'm actually going to go the opposite side. You know, here's the thing. Andrew Gruce got taken out of the starting lineup this Monday night, and that's tough. You know, at this level, it's tough mentally for these kids to bounce back from something like that. And, you know, I can't say that I ever had to deal with something like that because I always came off the bench. So, you know, I never had that situation. But it's tough when you're used to starting and you lose that opportunity. And, you know, credit where credit's due. Harrison has worked really hard and played really hard, and he has turned a slow start this season into something really good here the last few games. So I'm going to give it to Gruce just for the fact that he came in tonight, put Monday night behind him, stepped up, started alongside the guy that took his spot, and played with him, played inside out with him, played harder than we've seen him play, and might have had his best game of the season so far. So I'm going to give it to Gruce tonight.
Have no argument against that.
Yeah, Harrison was right there too, and it can't really be argued that Harrison has been really the heart and soul of this team here the last couple of games. His effort has been great. You know, he is fighting for second chance points. He is diving out of bounds. There's a reason that we call him the Octopus, and it's not just because it's a fun nickname. It's because he looks like an octopus with his arms flailing everywhere. He's diving all over the place. It's just the man's hands and arms are always active on defense and offense. So, yeah, it's been a welcome sight because he did get off to a slow start this season to see him really come into his own these last 2 or 3 games.
And what a great problem for us to have to debate about who's the MVP tonight, and you're choosing between such as quality young men and ball players. I hope we have to. I hope it's a hard decision every time.
Yeah, I agree. So Osage gets the win here tonight. Final score 64-55. Again, our next broadcast will be next Saturday from the Moberly Shootout. Osage will take on Moberly. Final game of the weekend. That is a Saturday night, 8 o'clock start time. Steve and I will have the call for you right before New Year's Eve next Sunday. I want to tell everyone out there to have a safe and great holiday weekend. If you're traveling, be careful going out there. It's supposed to be pretty decent weather up in the 50s and 60s, but some rain. So if you're out there traveling this weekend, please be safe. But everybody have a great and awesome Christmas. You too as well, Steve. And you, Maya, back in the studio, you have a great holidays. Now say it to me.
Hey, Merry Christmas, Craig.
Thank you, buddy. Merry Christmas to you, too. That's all I want. You too, Maya. Thanks, everybody, for listening. Osage gets the win tonight, 64-55. For Steve Adams and Maya back in the studio, I am Craig Allen. Thank you for listening. This has been a presentation of Cool 102.